Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Right back to Coleman here on first down. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bills have taken the lead. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now.
Shotgun now for Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Man open, that's Damian Ratley. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Tight dog. Hey, 734.
Now Carr. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Darren Lee make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. On 3rd and long, it's Carr. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on.
Fine. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah.
93. Hey, high 7. 54.
Throwing again on second down. Carr, he's going to loft one. Deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Houston. Kiki QT, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, you're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. They'll run with Coleman on first down. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Corey Littleton there on the tackle. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Now Garoppolo. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they begin this drive in very precarious field position inside their own 5.
And remember, this is a defense that's already scored once in this game, so you've got to really take care and make sure that you're blocking these guys to try and wedge the ball out from the shadow of your own end zone.
They'll run on first down. Robbins. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
Here we go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go, D. Get off the field. Check. Crunch. Crunch.
12, fellas. Here we go.
Deuce. Watch the edge. Check 24. Check 24. What's
To throw is Garoppolo. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Set the turn, defense. Let's go. Check your hot read. Switch.
White. Hand me. Switch. Hey, Raider 2. That's it.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's McBride. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
At the 22-yard line.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Right there. 54.
Five.
Focus, defense, focus.
Here's Carr. He's going to look deep down the field. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Here we go. 180. 21. Here we go.
On first down, Coleman, not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 40-yard line.
Here we
The
go.
last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action. Garoppolo. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Powerful running. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. From the gun, Carr. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Operating from the gun, Carr. He gets this complete to Shaheen, the tight end. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive there. He hits the reliable target. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. DeForest Buckner, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Isaiah McKenzie is back deep for the Bills. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at the 23. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180! One, Omaha.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. On the screen, this is Coleman. Brought down, but after we saw a flashy little move, stopped short of the 40. The 1st down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Here we go.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Hey, alert! Alert! Alert!
55 to Mike. Check. 55 to Mike. Watch the curve.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Hey, alert! 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 Under control. Man!
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Check the backer, check the backer.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they will get to him behind the line, but the clock continues to tick down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough third down.
Here we go, here we go. 21, 21. 80.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Hey, 734.
Throwing on first down is Carr. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will put them on top here in the third. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Here we go, here we
The
go.
Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They begin the drive with Coleman. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
6.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Get the ball. 21.
Garoppolo now. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down, Buffalo.
Here we go.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 47.
Check. Check.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the Texans' 42-yard line.
Here we go. 180. 65.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
This is 3rd and 1, very likely 4-down territory even if they don't get it, though. They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman, and he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Here we go. 180.
Watch the slant.
11.
Garoppolo on 1st down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at about the 31. And now off to the races down the right side. And this results in 6. Touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards. All told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo 1st down.
80 weapon. White.
On first down, Garoppolo. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down.
He's crossing. He's checking crack.
21. Here we go.
Here's Garoppolo on first and 10. Throwing deep here for Coleman. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
To throw again on second down. Garoppolo. Safarian Jenkins has it. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here we go.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. He finds Coleman. And he's got the first, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're already walking backwards. And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Garoppolo again. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
93.
On first down, Carr. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Throwing now is Carr. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Your mind.
They'll run on first down. It's Robbins. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Watch the whip.
They'll keep it on the ground. Robbins. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like you know his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do you know, what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah,
then with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. A gain of 6 there on first. First play of the drive in their hip pocket. Of course, the focus here has to be the touchdown or the 2-point conversion. Field goals aren't going to help you.
Yeah, but how about that first play of the drive? Just to get them started, nice gain, got some positive momentum going. They're on their way, and they don't have to rush.
Now this throw caught left side, and he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
First down, Buffalo.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Handoff, Coleman, right side. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Here we go. 11. 180. Hey, let go.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. Looking for Harry. He airs it out deep, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Here we go.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Garoppolo. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Let's go.
Here we go.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Throwing now is Garoppolo. He's got it to Williams. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Under 4 to play now. Clock running, 3rd down. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
Protein spill. Clock. Smooth.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And is it a touchdown? No signal. No, they say incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
21. Check three. Leg!
Coleman. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal. To throw is Garoppolo. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. An 11-yard touchdown. As they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Now Garoppolo. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the fourth. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Houston. That'll go down as a 99-yard kick return. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. This game wasn't tied for long. How about that? A big return here in the fourth.
And this is that time of game where every big play is magnified. Fourth quarter, kick return for a touchdown. You've got to feel great about your chances at this stage of the game.
Yeah, they regained the lead. Now we'll see if they can hold it. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again. And now Garoppolo lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Hey, team 6.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Garoppolo. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Let's go.
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw, Garoppolo. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
Here we go. 20.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. 58, boys. 58.
Now Garoppolo. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
13.
And the blitz does come. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Figuring they're going for it on 4th down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you're talking about having to go for it, everything is in this play. But as you noted, with those 3 timeouts, they actually have a little bit of a safety net.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time. Check
65.
Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. Looking left side, and it's complete. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
2.
58 to Mike.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. This is caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. They come out here in the I. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get... And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This will be taken in at the 1.
Get ready.
At their own 33-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game.
And they'll have to be careful how they handle this.
Check 56. What we got? What we got? What we got? Later one. Get set.
Now Carr. Open man is QT, complete. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Going up top. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills.
Let's go. Interception all day, baby.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. I'm coming after you.
13.
Garoppolo to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. And now it's first and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. On the counter, here's Coleman. And he's got this down to the 35. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down. Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Bills, the final 2 weeks are going to tell the story for them as they move to 9-5 with a win. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Houston, the rough season continues as they plunge to 1-13. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.